Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Tonight I am just simply sitting and painting 100 blood letters. 100 with this that I've just succeeded in spilling on myself. I'm still learning airbrush and it's very temperamental, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it when it's not clogging. Yeah, so firstly, a massive shout out to the lads from Artisan, Ian, Tim, Darren, Rob, and James. Without you, I couldn't airbrush because it's so difficult to learn, but it's not something you can just jump into. It's a very steep learning curve, and it's not something that's easy to get straight into. Now, I'm just trying to get the live feed up on the TV in front of us because I can't have it on the laptop and the TV at the same time, you see. Lucy, running late, tut tut. Well, I'm here. That's what matters. Who else have we got watching? We've got 5 viewers already. The live chat is open, folks, so if you want to chat, feel free to. Maka, how you doing, mate? 100 blood letters on the go. Lucy's particularly looking forward to facing all of these. Will, you missed me face. I'm growing a ginger beard, look. So yeah, airbrushing has its uses. Not an easy thing to do. When you get the hang of it, I suppose it's good for a lot of things. I'm currently airbrushing 100 blood letters. I managed to do all the reds on them, then I did all of the gold on the swords. Me and Lucy painted the hilts with a brush, washed it all after I glossed it, and now I'm doing the top red shade. So hopefully it doesn't leave too much work. That's the compressor kicking in, so if you hear it, don't worry. Johnson Nater, good evening, hello. And my phone is also going mad, and I'm going to put it on silent. So, drink of choice this evening is Pernod lemonade. Airbrush is a very good tool when you know how to use it correctly. I haven't really played around with too much colour on it yet. Been kind of sticking to shades, so like for example with these red. I did start some of the Tau actually. I did some greys and whites, and I played around with some of the purples. I started some of the Eldar terrain. Don't know how well you can see that on there because of the silhouette of the light behind us. But there's 2 or 3 shades of purple in there, and Lucy, you'll be pleased now showing these off. The wings for Stardrake. So I still need a lighter pink. I buy all my stock from Martin, of course, for my airbrushes and all my paints and everything. So I still need some bright pink. Sounds like you're at a dentist. And funnily enough, right, James from Artificers and Artisans Group is a dentist. Well, he's not a dentist. He sculpts dentures. So he, you know, airbrushing and sculpting, and in particular the cleaning. Oh, what they're called. Rick, yes, the Eldar terrain is a little bit bizarre. I like it though. It's different to the standard Imperial ruins that you see everywhere. By the way, putting all these on corks and then masking every single sword it's something I never want to do again. So the Tau, when I get around to doing them, funnily enough, me and Will, Metal Madness Gaming in the chats there, sat and built a Tau list, which is all of the Griblies, because I'm actually getting all of my main suits commissioned. Darren from Mark 6 Minis is going to be painting those up for me. So he's going to be doing all that, and I'm basically doing the Fire Warriors and the drones the Kroot, and then I've got a couple of devilfish, which I'm going to do as well. So I'm going to do all of those. Doing like a white, grey, gloves as well. I need Lucy. I'm glad Lucy's talking here, mind. No, it's definitely Lucy. She's at home tonight. We went to the Kielder Reservoir yesterday to the Birds of Prey Centre and had a look around up there and everything. So she's a little bit sore today, so she's staying home. Is Lucy looking forward to smashing 100 blood letters? She ain't gonna smash all 100, mate. Not all 100. But after we've been talking. There's an Age of Sigmar tournament that we're going to on the 1st of April, and we've been talking about that actually. Now I've been helping her. She doesn't normally run battalions. She doesn't. It's more rules to remember, and you don't really get, in particular, something for the points. I like running the corn one because you get the fight in the hero phase. Lucy says that her retributors and stuff are slow, and she does like the fact that they can now deep strike essentially. But I've just shown her how to deep strike within 3 inches of an enemy unit tonight, and I think I'm going to regret that if I get drawn against her. So yeah, hopefully that won't happen. It was funny because at the last tournament, first round I was drawn against Phil. Like, I play Phil all the time. Second round I got drawn against Lucy, and I play Lucy all the time. So that was totally mad. Mac is waiting on his Nurgle at the moment, so flies for the Plague God. Yeah, I'll agree to that. It's worth noting as well, actually, it's something that's just come up with Battle Bunker. Battle Bunker is a fantastic new gaming place, right next to where I work, and obviously right next to where Lucy lives. It's so many events. Justin's done an absolutely fabulous job. I really, really hope he manages to stay open, because the problem I find is with a lot of gaming clubs, they struggle for numbers. And it's absolutely brilliant what Justin has managed to get set up. So many tournaments ongoing. There's always games going on. The terrain's brilliant. But he's actually running a club tournament / team. I say / team because he is allowing the Dark Artisan to enter as a club, which is going to be interesting. We don't know the exact format for it yet, but it's Age of Sigmar, 40k and 30k, minimum of 4 players. There's going to be 6 singles games, 3 doubles games. So I'm guessing 2 games during the day. There'll be singles ongoing throughout, and then a doubles in the afternoon. Obviously, Lucy's going to be representing Age of Sigmar. It's the only game she plays. Plus, she's pretty good. I don't know where I'm going yet because it depends on other players. There's a number of people that I would like to take part. Sean, Liam, Tom, Phil. But I'm independent and depending on work shifts, because Sean works, he's an engineer basically for wind farms and stuff like that. So he works a lot of the time abroad or away. So depending on if Sean's free, Sean would probably be in there with 40k. 30k, I don't know, because I've got the AdMech at the minute and I've got knights, so I can run 2 forces. But then Age of Sigmar, there's only me, Phil, and Liam, in addition to Lucy, that really play. So it depends on, again, who's available, who's playing 40k, and who drops to Age of Sigmar and stuff. I mean, I've got no problem playing either. I would quite like to do each of the 3, actually. But I don't think that the format is going to work to be able to jump between the 3 systems for just me. Are you still watching that, Lucy? I thought you'd given up. I gave up watching Once Upon a Time when I got halfway through Series 2. In fact, I don't even think I was halfway. I just got a little bit bored of it. Down to Greetings to the Warp Tournament. Maka, I am playing Ace on the Friday night. We've already agreed it. I need to book a hotel. So Maka, if you get a ticket and you need someone to share a hotel with, I will share and split the cost, of course. because you are beautiful. You know, not as beautiful as Lucy, but you are. But yes, I will be staying the Friday and the Saturday night, and I will definitely be there. I've already told Martin when the tickets are about to go on sale, tell me. I want one, so I will be there. So yeah, the pile of blood letters to my left is slowly dwindling. It's okay. Maka is totally fine, Lucy. He's totally cool with it. It's fine. He knows nobody compares to you. That's how underdog paint on YouTube. I'm going to go into Snake Eyes. That would be fantastic, mate. However, in September, I am hoping to go to No Retreat. So all my funds are going to be going there, provided I get, because I also need a passport. I would love to, don't get me wrong, but living so far away from Warhammer World and working for minimum wage and running the house and stuff is so, it's costly. And obviously going to Gibraltar, buying a passport, it all adds up. So September's probably going to be a no unless I don't get into No Retreat, which hopefully I will. No Retreat is in September. Check out the SM Battle Reports page. I think it's the 23rd and 24th. I've already actually asked work for the holidays in hope that I actually get a place. I'm hoping that I do. It'll be worth the money because I think the experience of doing something like that is definitely worth it. Underdog, you're selling everything you own. What are you selling and why? Drop the Dark Artisan page a message on Facebook. Lucy, no. Mac, a cool dude. I shall sort out a single bed and sort out an open bar. Yeah. Remember when we went to Warhammer World last year, and I kind of was more than slightly happy at a Bath. Me and Lucy stayed down there last week because it was my birthday on Friday. So we went down on Monday, met up with Nigel and filmed the Apocalypse game and stuff. And there was a bath in the hotel room, and it was tiny, and I knew straight away I wouldn't be getting in. Will, you've seen the photo? When the dog is that to go on Warhammer TV? I've actually been in touch with them. Rob openly admits he's incredibly bad at organising anything, and he booked me and cancelled within 3 different dates within 20 minutes. And I emailed him a couple of times and he didn't get back to me. And I turned around in the bar in Bugman's, and who did I bump into but Rob? And I was like, who you? I wasn't, but yeah, basically that is something that's in the works. I don't really want to say more on it until there's something concrete. But yeah, it is something that I'm trying to get organised. So hopefully that will happen soon. I think I've got 6 left. 6? I've got 6 to go. 6 more. If I have to put more paint in for these last couple, I'm not going to be happy. I think I'll get away with it. Yes, I was stalking Rob because I even emailed him on the Monday morning and said, mate, I'm in Warhammer World. Come over, speak to me in person. Let's book this game. Yeah. But so like I said, hopefully that'll happen soon. But we'll see. I know Ace and Ian from Imperium Gaming was supposed to be playing there on Friday. But unfortunately the lads had to cancel because they ended up getting summoned to a Adepticon. So if you check out Ian's page, it's Imperium Gaming. They actually gave him a talent, is a Talent of the Emperor. New Custodian System of Silence box. It's now till next week. They actually gave me Friday when he was there, so just over a week early, and Ian's already done an unboxing of it. And I was telling you, that looks fantastic. And if it wasn't for the fact I'm skint, I totally would not have bought that, Lucy, I swear. Oh. Let us know what you're selling, Underdog, because if you've got something that I am interested in, I may be able to smidge a little bit of money from somewhere that I totally don't have, Lucy. Well, I did only paint one side. I only painted the top. That was exactly the plan. And now to clean out the airbrush. But I don't know, do I do something else, seeing as I'm already airbrushing? I don't know. Should I clean it out and do a different colour? I might go downstairs and get me Goliaths and do a little bit of them. Right. Darren told me to use this to clean this out. Somebody screenshot this because this looks hilarious. Also, I'm definitely not buying any more armies until 8th edition drops. Definitely 100%. I think there's probably going to be a lot of rage quitters, kind of like there was when Fantasy came out. And you know what? Sean even said to me, Sean doesn't come on the channel very often. I speak to him a lot. It's a secret hobby for him. His wife and brother know, and that's it. That's why he's never on camera when you see him, because he doesn't want to be, which is fair enough. You know, you've got to respect people's wishes. But he said when Age of Sigmar dropped and people basically spat the dummies, that I should have picked up a fantasy army then, while we were cheap. You could get like whole armies for like 40, 50, 60 quid. And I kind of wish I had, because obviously now it translates into Age of Sigmar as well. So it probably would have been better. But never mind. I don't feel like I missed out too much. You know, I'm actually enjoying the corn a lot. I just need to paint more of my Bloodbound stuff. On the subject of corn stuff, I do have a lot of corn to get through. I'm getting 2 more skull cannons, one thanks to Tony. I'm getting Scarbrand and just read his rules, and my God, Scarbrand looks horrible. Horrible is in good for me, horrible and bloody for my opponent. So I'm hoping to paint him. Tau Codex. I've got the Tau Codex, mate. I've even got the Farsight Enclave book. Don't need any Tau. I think altogether I've probably got about 8,000 points of Tau that I haven't even touched hardly, which I need to. I definitely need to. It's something I'm working on. Yeah. Tau is a thing that will be coming. Mac has got some horns. You absolute legend. Give me 2 minutes to clean this nozzle, mate, and I'll show you the counts as Bloodthirster that I managed to actually make. I'll PM you my address and drop you a couple of quid for postage, mate, on PayPal. But he looks a little bit too goofy. There we go. So he's got a big giant whip. I turned the club into a kind of axe. But yeah. And you know what? I think something I need to invest in when I get my next payment from YouTube is a better webcam, because watching it on TV, the webcam on the laptop's quite poor. every time. Yeah, Rick, to be honest, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till people rage quit and then probably buy. I'm going to buy Space Wolves if I do another army because Lucy loves Space Wolves. And if the game is easy to play, I'm hopeful that I can convince her to play as well. At the minute, she won't play 40k because it's a minefield. It's incredibly complicated at the minute to get into, especially for a beginner. She's just getting her hands. She's just getting to the grips of Sigmar. She's just starting to dip into battalions. So hopefully she can get into 40k. But certainly until 8th drops, I don't think we'll even try to get Lucy playing it. It is complicated. Maka, that model is actually the Ogre that I got from Atlantis Miniatures. Some Hive Tyrant wings and of course the spare plastic from whip from the Bloodthirster kit that Ian gave us quite some time back. Right, that's them tidied up. I can't really do much else on them until they're dry. So I'm going to run downstairs and I'm going to, well, I need to clear this off first. Ooh, box. I've got a box. I've got a perfect box. I've got a box with butterflies and flowers to put the blood letters in. And it's just worth noting as well that all of these blood letters I have here, I've still got about another 20 that I need to build. But they're not going to make the 2,000 point list that I'm building at the minute for this tournament. I won't go into the details because obviously I'm going to keep it kind of secret. Well, it's not even secret. In fact, I'll just tell you. Basically, a unit of 30 blood letters has 30 attacks. You use 2 blood secretors to get that to what would be 95 because of the champ. The hit on 4s, they do more. No, the hit on 3s because if they're 20 or more, you're adding +1 to the hit roll, and they're doing mortal wounds on 5s. If you use a command trait from your general, you can guarantee at least 1 unit +1 to hit, or all units within 10 if you're fighting against order, which of course Lucy is, which is fantastic, which means you're doing mortal wounds on 4s. So you've got 95 attacks doing mortal wounds on 4s. There's 47 mortal wounds. If you roll a 6 for your unpredictable destruction, you're doing mortal wounds on 3s. Your 2s are still hitting, and your 1s you're re-rolling because your Bloodthirster should be within 8 inches. He should be up there with them. So you're hitting on 2s, mortal wounds on 4s, re-rolling 1s. Anything that's not a mortal wound that does hit is then wounding on 3s with -1 rend. And because I've jumped them across the board in 1 turn, you re-roll them to wounds of a 1 at -1 rend, which is nasty. Will, shut up, you know exactly what I'm saying. Because you use the Rathacon Bloodthirster ability to add +1 to the run and charge, but it allows you to run and charge in the same turn. You then use the Bloodstalker to add 3 to the run and charge moves. So your Bloodletters are moving 5, running 4 plus d6, so that's a minimum of 5, so there's a 10-inch move and run. You're then charging 2d6 plus 4. So that's a minimum of a 16-inch move. Or you basically you're in threat range then of things within 16.5 inches minimum, rolling double 1s and 1s all the way. If you're rolling 6s for your run, it's another 15 inches, so 16, 31-inch threat range, which is massive. Cheers, mate. I'll have a look at them in a bit. Underdog. Meanwhile, I'm going to very, very quickly run downstairs and grab me 2 Goliaths. Right, I'm back. Am I grabbing the new corn boot, Jacob? Come on, what do you take me for? And I am out of breath, Will, I just don't show it. Right, let's have a quick look because we've got loads of notifications on my phone. Someone posted, lots of people, or one person posted in lots and lots of places. Right, Goliaths, because I need to get more Gene Stealer Club done. I've only got 1,500 points, and that's even with upgrades on all the squads. So I need some more. Jacob, what's this? Ah, you must be getting the lag off when I was running up and down. Right, let's have a look and see what greys I've got. Wolf grey, Stonewall grey, and white. I think that's all the greys I've got. Black, gunmetal. Yeah, we're gonna have to go for this grey. No worries, Snake Eyes. Catch you later, mate. Sylvaneth versus Corn matchup. Who's got Sylvaneth, Jacob? Right, let's see how well Hazard can do vehicles. In fact, there we go. Let's see how well Hazard can do vehicle. Oh, that's not good. That's gone all over. Oh yeah, Lucy. The Warp Forge is Jacob. You've met him. Jacob, are you down on? Are you down Battle Bunker tomorrow, mate? Because we're popping down. Lucy's playing off against Luke, whose Death Army you've seen in the Age of Sigmar battle report last week, and I'm playing off against Bryn. We're going to play some 40k. But I think after this week, I'm going to be taking a break from gaming because I think I've got about 4, 5, 6 40k battle reports backed up, ready to edit, and I've got 3 or 4 Age of Sigmar ones. Lucy filmed 1, and I've got 2. And then, of course, me and Lucy will be having a game as soon as the new corn book comes out. So that one will be getting filmed. So it won't be the slaughter that you saw at Warhammer World from December. It will be a much better game this time because I'm going to kick their ass. See what she says to that. Just got back, played Silver Tower. How was Silver Tower, Jacob? Lucy really wants to play it, but she played Space Hulk and she wasn't fussed on it. So tell us how that was. Yes, Jacob, I can play without bat repping, but I'm going to take a break from gaming altogether for a couple of weeks just to get some painting done because I feel like I haven't really done much painting recently. So I'm going to enjoy a little bit of downtime painting and stuff like that as well. Doesn't mean I'm not going to be around though. You're still going to get your battle reports every week. Oh, here we go. This should be exciting. From the north there came Silver Tower is great, but I enjoyed the new one. Is that Hammerall? Felt more Mordheim in story, but Silver Tower is really simple. Might pick it up at some point. Depends on other things that we got going on. I don't really know what else to say, so if anyone's got anything they want to know, any questions to ask, any topics of conversation, please let me know. I'll be here for a while. Get that in the hero cards. That way Lucy has quite a few of the Stormcast. Yeah, I think she's got all of it apart from the Night Questor, actually. It's the only character that she hasn't got. No, it's not. Veritant, she doesn't have Veritant. Where's Phil? Phil's in Ireland. He's skiving. I wish he was back. I miss his little beard. Don't you guys go crazy while I'm gone. Jacob's already crazy, you can't help him. Also, can you look from the side there how balding I am, how thick my hair is here, and how thin it is here. And bear in mind, I only need a cut. Why is he in Alcohol Disneyland? Visiting his gran, apparently. Yeah. Alcohol Disney. I don't even like Guinness, and Guinness is an Irish drink. And my birthday is St. Patrick's Day. I'm quite liking the effect the airbrush has on vehicles, actually. Ali, if you're watching, get one of these for your guard. How's the airbrush going? I heard it can be a bit frustrating. Big evil red devil. Yes, I've lost my temper so many times at cleaning it. It's not even funny. I think I tried to clean it out on Saturday night. Me and Lucy had been out shopping, and we came back here, and Lucy decided to record an anime overview of her Stormcast, which was great because I never told her to. Just like that battle report that went up, and I proceeded to try and do some airbrushing. Succeeded in blocking the airbrush, and then spent an hour cleaning it. I still need to make tea as well, Jacob. I haven't been that hungry yet. I did have quite a lot to eat for dinner, though. I had a very big salad, and there was about 2 or 3 chicken breasts in there, I think. And I'll show you guys this in a minute anyway. Makes very, very light work of vehicles, I feel. Big Red Devil, I've brush painted everything. Everything you see on the channel of mine is being brush painted. It was only recently that I actually acquired the airbrush, and in some respects I think it's very good, and in other respects I think it's very bad. But the effect that you get from it is very satisfying on a lot of things. But it's a big learning curve, very big learning curve. It's almost like learning to paint again for a lot of things. Come on, guys, give me something to talk about. Seren, just watch the game. Losing the Reverend Titans was brutal as fuck. Keep up the good work. Thank you. And yes, that hurt a lot. A lot. Smiley face, it infuriates you that Custodes are now in 40k. I've got the Gathering Storm 3 book, but as with Fracture of Bael'Tan, I don't read fluff, and I probably should. I don't struggle with words. I'm a numbers guy, and if you've met us, I've told everybody I don't read fluff. I am purely numbers. But I understand that Gulliman basically kicked their ass and said, let's talk about the names I gave my Stormcast. First of all, Shism20, that is Mikey Mowat. Mikey, your Vizak is fucking unreal, mate. And I'm so glad you got it in White Dwarf. Seriously, well done. Let's talk about Gulliman. No, he's Ultramarines only. Chapter Tactics in the Spiffering Codex states that your entire army has to have the same chapter tactics. So unless you take them as an Ultramarine army, you can't take them. Or unless you take the formation of the 3, which isn't that good. I'm not bothered about him. As opposed to what he's done with the Imperium, I've got no clue. Like I said, I don't read the fluff, so I honestly couldn't say it. So, airbrushing, I think I like it. I think I need to do some on that side. Obviously, I need another white highlight. It's cool. It has its effect. Gonna have that song stuck in my head. Row, 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 you mate. Cheers, Mikey. It's the first time I've really used airbrushing properly, other than batch painting the 20 bloodletters that you probably missed. And I did a little bit of practice blending on the wings for I don't even remember his name. Stardrake. It's a very subtle process trying to do this. You can't go too heavy with the layers of paint. It's better to do 5 or 6 very fine layers to build that brighter grey up. Then going straight in with a lot of paint. Have you put together custom orc models, smiley face? No, I haven't, mate. I've never built an orc model. Jacob, what cult? I am playing GTA Club tomorrow, if that makes any difference. I just realised I've got a tyre in the boot of the car there. Mikey, if only I could paint at that speed all the time. I was just saying there, actually, I'm going to take a little bit of a break from gaming for a couple of weeks because I really want to focus on painting. I mean, if you ask Lucy, I've done so little painting recently that I've missed it. And to be honest, I'm quite enjoying sitting down and painting tonight. I've actually just taken on a commission as well of some old Empire models, which for a fantasy player, which I'm actually really looking forward to painting. I was surprised actually some of the demigryphs are very, very similar to the Paladors, which Lucy's just picked up for the Stormcast. And they're going to actually be purple and teal, which I think is a very nice contrast of colour. Jacob, what next, Army? Purple and teal sounds like a great combination. It works so well with a really, really dark gunmetal armor, but it looks as though it's being washed with like Draconov Nightshade or Coil Green Shade. So it ties it in really, really well. And the feathers of the demigryphs are purple, the plumes on the helmets and everything are purple. Obviously silver armor, but then the teal for all the banners and the ribbons and everything. You know what? It looks really nice. However, the lad who's asked me to do this has actually given me a fair price for this because he needs it doing for the 14th of April. So not only have I got to paint all them blood letters for me, I also need to do that, which this thing is going to come in handy for. Which, to be honest, if this thing's working tonight, I'm tempted to actually go and do some of that. Lucy, I think Jacob's starting the Sylvaneth army. Do you know what, Johnson? A lot of people say that, and once you play it, it's so fun and easy. And the fact that you randomise the turns, he has got half of a pin. I've got half of what painted? "12 Wildwood Forest." Jacob, do not go to 12. That is horrible and ridiculous. You need 3. Rob Phillipson concentrating on guard. Ali's guard force is insane. I think the last time I seen it all, he was at 10, 12k. And since then, he's like nearly doubled it probably. I know he's got like 26, Lehman Russ. I'm a bad man, Harry. I bought this. I thought this was established. Jacob, you are a crazy, crazy man. A bad man, I wouldn't necessarily say that. But crazy, yes. Oh, and I think I might have just a right. Jacob, me, you and Phil continue against Harry and Phil. Oh yeah, pick on the Chaos guys. Iron Jaw opponent. Sharpie's got Iron Jaws. He's just started them. I'm actually really looking forward to playing against them. And believe it or not, he is building them purely for the channel, which is great that people want to get involved like that. Which my group would take the plunge into OS, get burnt out on 30k to 40k sometimes and stuff you are released for EOS lately looks so fun. Mikey, try and convince them, mate. If anyone's got demons where they can just literally double up, give it a go because it's so much fun. That's how I got in, and obviously I've had to buy stuff to make my army competitive, but you know, to get into it, it was really, really fun. Plus, you might get Leanne into it because that's how Lucy got into it. Done a good conversion on the Iron Jaws Warboss to a 40k Warboss, excellent model. Totally agree, mate. Some of the Age of Sigmar Oryx stuff is brilliant. Converted to 40k. So, what is everyone doing? I really can't decide. Should I crack on with some of that Empire stuff? Should I work on the Bloodletters? I don't know. There we go. There's another one. I think some of it needs a little bit more softer edging. But I quite like the effect that it gives. Hinting painting my last LR jet bike and also my Farseer jet bike. How many points of Inari have you got, and have you played them yet? There's a 40k tournament going to be going on at Battle Bunker, and I am contemplating running Inari. Necrons. Lucy loves the Necron. She painted half of mine for us, which was fantastic. So thank you very much, Lucy. What have we got? Edman Walker painting of Gene Stealer Cup. Me too. Jacob, what are you having for tea? And what would you look at that? Almost completely out of paint at the right moment. And now for the big bottle of screen wash. Tinned brazen steak. Yum. I really need a smaller bottle. Only bought the Triumvirate and the Eldar Dark Eldar Stark boxes. Really looking forward to playing them. Seeing some bat reps and I'll be house ruling Soulburst. What are you going to house rule it to? Two? Because I know a lot of people aren't happy with the way it is. And I think the way they've got it is fine. Don't like the idea of not being able to fight again in combat, but you know, shooting twice with all the shooter units is good. I think the way they've now geared it, it doesn't favour Harlequins. It might, because you could charge into another combat that's already been resolved, which means you're then safe from shooting. So you know, it does have its merits, I suppose. So I'm taking 2,000 point Gene Stealer in the list Thursday night at Warlords. I'm going to get trounced. Ed, I really wish I could come up to Warlords. Me and Lucy need to make the trip up sometime, but I don't finish work till 5:30 in Sunderland. By the time I put Lucy up and then get across to Newcastle, plus filming, I think you're only open for about 3 hours. It's cutting it very, very close, timekeeping and stuff. But we would love to come up. If you ever do come down to Battle Bunker, though, give us a shout and we'll hopefully hit up and get a game in. Gene Stealer Club are nasty, Jacob, which is why I'm taking them tomorrow. Not to be nasty, just to have a variation of battle reports on the channel. There is actually a Gene Stealer Club versus Harlequin one coming up in the next couple of weeks. Not using it in your opponent's turn. Corpse Thief are horrible, Mikey. Believers I know. Yeah, not using it in your opponent's turn. It's handy because if you can move closer to the enemy with it, or if you have two units next to each other and the enemy's deployment zone and one dies and then the other one shoots, you've got to make your opponent think then which one do they want to kill first. Kill the strong shooting one, which means that the weaker ones are shooting. But say you've got a squad of Guardians and a squad of Fire Dragons next to your Terminators. Which ones do your Terminators shoot? do they kill the Guardians, which means the Fire Dragons are then shooting them and probably going to kill them? Or do you shoot the Guardians, wipe them out, or the other way around, shoot the Fire Dragons, potentially kill them, and then have the Guardians with 20 rending shots shoot at you? Yeah, Ed, even if it was 4 hours, like if it was like 6:30 to 10:30, it would be great to come up and be able to film a game up there. I think if we did it, like, I'd probably only have time for like 1,000-point game. You got to consider, even if I do an end of phase recording, it's still very timely. You're adding like at least 50% of the time, and I presume you don't have the tables and everything out already, which adds to the time again. Yeah, it's a shame because I really do want to try and support clubs, and I've always been about that since I started going further afield to other clubs. I mean, the first time I went to another club was Catterick, and that was almost 2 years ago now. And some of the lads at Catterick are fantastic. Ian, in particular, sends he offers us so much advice, and he's a really good mate. 2 seconds. Lucy just sent me a picture of Beauty and the Beast t-shirts that are available in Primark. So guess where I'm going on my lunch tomorrow? Also, we did go and see Beauty and the Beast on Friday, and it's fantastic. Seriously, Lucy, we could go and knock them. Yeah, we totally could. It would be nice to even just get photos. And I think that airbrush is cleaned. What should I do? Should I do bloodletters, or should I start on the horses and the demigriffs? Ed, drop me. I know I'm in the Newcastle group and I get notifications. Next time it's on, get somebody to please drop me a message, either you or Steve or somebody. Let us know when it's on, and even if me and Lucy come up and just play each other and say hello to people and things like that, it'd be really great to come up because I haven't been. I think that would probably be a night that we'd have to stay at Lucy's because I live further south in Sunderland. You went to see Beauty and the Beast. That's a different film altogether, Harry. Well, it was my birthday, but it was Lucy's film choice, so I'll say it on that. I want another Beauty and the Beast tattoo. Get one. Lucy has a massive. It's the mirror from Beauty and the Beast, and she's got that tattooed on her thigh with Belle and Beast and a scroll wrapped around it saying Taylor's oldest time. It's fantastic. It really is. A bigger one. How much bigger? That covers your entire thigh, nearly. Anyway, bloodletters or horses? That is the question. On the Beast, Harry, not. Oh, naughty boy. Yeah, that's naughty, Will. PG rated here, remember. Right. How are the folks? What are we painting? Horses. Horses it is. Horses and demigriffs. In fact, I just realised I haven't done the extra highlight on. I'll do it with a brush because I think the edging up with a brush would look quite good. It's like a desperate niche filler for locals. Nothing else here really. I need to trek it to Sunderland and try it out. It's just free time as a student, and yeah, Ed, I totally understand. I work full time. I'm a student. I run a YouTube channel. Me and Lucy still go out, and obviously I have to paint as well. So I totally get where you're coming from. Mikey, if you're still there, I'm going to show you some of the models that I will be painting. Bear in mind, I don't think that I've got these up painted, these ones up. I hope you can see the purple and the teal on there. Will's just sent me pictures of his towel. Is that metallic red and gold? Let's have a look. Oh, gajillion notifications. Right, where am I at? Right, caught up on everything there. So yeah, teal and purple. Iron towel. Iron Man, of course, I knew that looked familiar. Is that a commission or a new army, Jake? That is a commission, my friend. That one is, that's already painted. So I've got 15 horses, 5 griffins, and I've got Pegasus, which looks like the wings are glued on upside down. But totally wrong. Don't even think this is a Pegasus model, actually. If anyone wants to go hunting, so the guy gave me this model and he said he didn't think the wings were glued on properly. And to be honest, I don't think they are. It's supposed to be a Pegasus horse. So if anyone fancies going hunting and sending me a picture of what the Pegasus horse is supposed to look like, the wings are clearly upside down. It looks like a chocobo. But I've just pulled them off and they are pinned, right? But it looks as though they're just pinned to the side of the armor plate. So if anyone has a picture or can find one, Mikey, Will, Jacob, go into the world. Find me. Ooh, we've then got this. A steam tank. I think it's a steam tank. We've got quite a few demigryph riders with their banners and stuff, and then lots of horses, lots and lots of horses. So I need to make a decision as to what colour to paint the. I think I'll spray the riders just with the gunmetal that I've got downstairs. Should probably just spray that with it as well. I think we'll try some Zentril to tank. Paint it like a I can't. It's not mine. I can't. Lucy does have some Griffin riders, so tell her to paint one like a chocobo. And if you want to send her a picture, send it to the Dark Artisan Facebook page. She's on there. Send a picture of a chocobo to the Dark Artisan Facebook page, and she can see it and then squeal in the group chat as to how cute it is. So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to do that with the tank separately. Chocobo Lucy. It's a giant bird that runs around, and it's in Final Fantasy. I need Final Fantasy 15 so bad. Yeah, Will, I don't think that model is the. Where have I put him? There. Don't think that model is the Pegasus. Is there any other models of that? Cause, like, his arms on back to front as well. Yeah, this definitely isn't the model because that Pegasus has robes, and it's totally different wings. And to be honest, I think even the head isn't glued on right. So I think we'll leave that guy till a bit later. Where's the wings? The wings are kind of situated down the entire side. So I think that's going to need a little bit of green stuff, to be honest. But we'll definitely have a look at that. Thank you very much for that, Will. Right, horses, browns. What browns and tans have I got? I've got bone white. Try brown's probably too dark. I've got leather brown. Do a couple of those. I think they're the only browns I've got actually for the airbrush. Yeah. I'll do a couple of them in different colours, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, they're all like that. So I think if we do, let's have a look. We've got 5 griffins to do. So let's do 2 dark, 2 light, and then 1 white. And then horses, if we do 15 was pretty disappointing in my opinion. What's that, Mike? Beauty and the Beast? Did you and Yang go and say it? The model that the picture that you just sent me, Will, the guy that's on top of it is the same guy as what I've got here, but the horse isn't right, and I think the wings are from something else. But not to worry, I'll turn them into something. Now the question is, right, most of the horse is armored, but I feel like it would be easier to paint the armor than paint the legs and everything on the horse. Oh, Final Fantasy 15. Right. I've got the remake of 10 on the PS3, and I started it like last June when I had it for like 2 years, but I never went back to it, and I feel I should. Now that I've actually got a control that works. Harry, are you coming to the Arenas of Death at Darlington this Saturday? Peter, I'm not, unfortunately. I don't think so. Lucy, what are we doing on Saturday? I'm sure we've got something planned. I can't remember what we had, Peter. And hello, by the way. It's been a while since I saw you. But coming down to Darlington is definitely something that we want to do. Lucy's familiar with the cafe anyway. She has some friends who do some of the burlesque dancing there. So we're pretty familiar with the cafe. And she does want to come down. She wants to meet Sarah Conrad's missus. So yeah, we will be down at some point. I can't say when. Katie and Max. Is that after? See, Darlington doesn't open until 11, so and then it's the arena. It's the wrong way. Yeah, we're going around our friends. It's Kate's birthday on Thursday, so we're going around there on Saturday for films and cards and stuff like that. So should be fun. Mikey, what should I do then? Should I buy 15, bearing in mind I've got so much to paint, or should I just get 10? Because with 10, the PS3's in my bedroom, right? Because I use it for Netflix and Blu-rays, which means I'll play when Lucy's asleep when she stays over. Whereas if I get 15, I have to play it downstairs in the sitting room because that's where my Xbox One is. And me and Lucy stole a bucket ton of coffee spatulas when we last went to McDonald's. So this is coming very handy for mixing this. I say stole is a very strong word. You don't steal them because they're there to take. Right, let's have a look. When the lad brought these round earlier and showed me them, I was actually the really nice models, and I'm actually really looking forward. Get 15, then you can't leave the PS3. Can leave it. Well, the thing is, Lucy, I do have games for the PS3. I'm just never getting around to playing them. Anyway, I was going to say, considering these are old models and no longer in production, I think they are really nice, and I'm really looking forward to painting them. Actually, And believe it or not, I'm technically painting these as a favour, because the lad in question actually gave me quite a few models in October, and I basically said I would paint the equivalent of the cost that he was asking for him, at my commission price for tabletop. He wants tabletop standard, which is fair enough. So when he brought these around, I was like, "Oh, these are nice." Anyways, I'm off. Keep up the good work. Warlords is on Thursday at St. Mary's Church. And next one is a fortnight from there. I'll think we'll try and plan that, Ed. So thanks very much for letting us know. Mikey, you might enjoy 15, but personally, I think 10 is a far better game. See, I love 10 because I completed it on the PS2 like 17 years ago now, probably. I really, really enjoyed 9, and I loved 7. 9 was my favourite, but I hated 8. For me, it was too realistic, and that's what I think 15 looks like. I never played 13 though, so I've got nothing to base the newer ones off. What I did do though is for the Xbox 360, I played and completed Lost Odyssey, and I've got all the achievements bar 1, which is beat the guy at the bottom of the DLC. 10 is second to 7. 9 was good though. I really enjoyed 9. So I might just replay 10. And I know you can buy 7, 8, and 9 on the PS3 network. So I might just do that at some point. But yeah, we'll see. I miss playing video games. I just don't have time. Which I would love to get to a point where nearly all my minis are painted. So if I don't want to paint, there's plenty of other stuff that I can enjoy doing. And Lucy will tell you is I put too much pressure on myself to get stuff done. I really do. But it's who I am. I can't help it. I put pressure on myself, and that's how I work. Believe it or not, I was going to play 2,000 points of Pure Gene Steel Cult tomorrow. I was going to sit and paint both Goliaths and another 10 guys tonight to play tomorrow, and I was just like, no, don't do that to yourself. Oh. But on that note, I'm going to place down there a second because I do want another drink. Pernod, the alcohol of gods. I'm getting better at what, Lucy? Managing not to stress out on stuff that I've got to do. Yeah, I think that's why I'm going to take a break from gaming for the next couple of weeks. I've got plenty of battle reports there. I don't need more. And the more I've got, I feel like I kind of have to hurry up and edit them and get them done. And I don't. I really don't. So I'm going to enjoy. I'm going to play a lot of board games. Me and Tom's going to play some Space Hulk. Probably try and film that because I've been saying that for ages. Gangs of Comrade, Phil said he was totally up for doing a campaign with that. So we'll hopefully do a Gangs of Comrade as well. God Chosen, I want to play. I haven't played it yet. I've only got 2 characters painted because I'm using them in my corn army. But I want to paint the rest up, and I really want to play some God Chosen as well. Right, back to horses. In fact, you know what? Let's get some YouTubers in here. 2 minutes. We'll use a secret encoding system that messages them all at once. It's fantastic. Secret message sent. I'm still here, Lewis. It's great you've got drive, but don't bloody kill yourself trying to meet difficult deadlines. Mikey, you've got no idea. I mean, there's so many times Lucy said, just don't. And she keeps reminding me, look, if you don't put a battle report up on a Friday, the world is not going to end. And as much as I know that, I can't describe how I feel. It's like, I've got to do this. I need to do this. And it's difficult to switch off from that and not do it. Was wondering what are at the top of everyone's wish list for models. That's a good question for you, that Mikey, because you've painted a lot of different stuff over the years. Obviously, since I was back in the hobby, you were one of the first guys that I started talking to, with James and Darren and stuff as well. So, what is at the top of your wish list currently, Mikey? More importantly, Lucy, what is at the top of your wish list? Imperial Titan, I have the Supremacy unit for Tau and a Revenant Titan for Eldar. So an Imperial Titan will be the top of my wish list. Carvina Fox, oh wait, you... Good one. I have no idea who that is, but yeah. Demon Fulgrim, that'll make me very happy. Is there an actual model for Demon Fulgrim at the moment? Is it Forge World? Funnily enough, you should say Imperial Titan Big Red Devil, because Lucy fell in love with some of the Titans when we went down to Warhammer World last week. She loved the Eldar ones, but she fell in love with the Imperial ones. And Michael, bless him, stuck his Reaver on the table, and during deployment, it fell. It sheared at the knees and fell in half. If you watch the video, right, there was some very careful editing by me, some very careful screenshots. Michael actually held it quite a few times in place because he glued the knees, but then it wasn't strong enough to withstand everything. So he was actually holding it on quite a lot of the shots where you see it, and Lucy got the only picture. I don't really know as I have Sebastian now. Sebastian Stargrave. Grim Resolve just uploaded a Death Watch versus Night Lords game. Titans are great. Grim Resolve is great as well. I messaged him last year asking if he wanted to do a collaboration, but he's very busy. He plays these games over like 3 or 4 days. So he said that he would love to do it, but he didn't have the time, which is a shame because I think he's a brilliant painter. Warhounds are great as well. Steve's Warhound. If you've watched the Apocalypse game, actually, Big Red Devil, Steve's entire AdMech army was painted using the tutorial that I did for my 30k mech. Plastic Plague Marines or Noise Marines. Yeah, Mikey, I really wish they would give Chaos the love that they deserve, because there's no reason at all why they shouldn't have extra stuff by now. No reason whatsoever. And Jacob will agree, actually. Jacob's a massive massive Chaos fan, has been for years, as long as I've known him. Right, let's get this cleaned up, and then I'll move on to the next round. Do you know what? If I keep this up, Gunner was at the top of my list, but got the triumvirate of the Primark, so hey ho. Yeah, some people like it, some people don't. I've got it for the sake of getting it. I'm not particularly. The models are nice, but I'm not overly fussed about them. But maybe that's because I'm just not. I'm not a massive poster boy fan. I love the Blood Angels, and I really wish the Blood Angels got more with Angel's Blade because the Demi Company is so poor compared to the other Demi Companies from other chapters. I mean, what do we get? We get Zealot when we're below half strength. Two models and you're at half strength. It's not great. Um, every other one gets Obsec, which if you take the Blood Angel Battle Company in the Codex, you do. Why couldn't they just give if you take a double Demi Company, you get Obsec? Great, fantastic stuff. But take a double Demi Company and you get no benefits at all. Yeah, that sucks. But it's a shame because the rest of the formations are brilliant, right? But the Demi Company is so restricted. It's like, you must take a Dreadnought. Well, hang on, none of the other Space Marines have to take a Dreadnought. So that was shitty. And then it's like, you have to take Devastators. I know we don't have Centurions, which is fair enough. But like, why not give the Devastators frag cannons? Or Heavy Flamers. The Tactical Marines can take Heavy Flamers. Why can't the Devastators? I would take a 10-man squad, a 5-man squad with 4 Heavy Flamers any day of the week if Devastators could do that. But when I played against Winters, I took 5 guys with bolt guns because, nah. I heard a rumor about the destruction of Baal for the next set of campaign books. Do you know what? That would be really good because Tyranids need it as well. And I love Tyranids, but they need some more love. Right, next colour. Let's go for the lighter brown, leather brown. Just for the record, the only reason I'm continuing to airbrush is because it is working. And I'm going to take my glove off for a minute because my hand feels like a sweaty mess. Which Gathering Storm book do you think is best? Peter, I like one. One's got a lot of cool stuff for the Imperiuments. I've got Belisarius Call. I love some of the formations in there. I think Call's brilliant. I think Celestine is brilliant. I think Greyfax is cool. They're not my playstyle though, so me and Tom half the box. And I got Call, he got the others. We've got the book between us. I do like number 1. I like number 2 because I love the fact that I can play my combined Eldar force again. Because before the FAQ came out saying no Battle Brothers and Transports, I had a 2,500 point Eldar, Dark Eldar, Harlequin combo list that was undefeated. And then obviously we shot all over that with the FAQ. So it's nice that I can kind of get that again, but the FAQ for the Yannari, I don't agree with the transport ruling, but it is what it is. You can't do nothing about it. 2 seconds. Yeah, the Gathering Storm books were just the start. Blue Angels will get some love soon, hopefully. And Dark Eldar need it. All the other books are pretty powerful. You've got Necrons, Space Marines, Eldar, Tau. Even Demons are pretty good now, with all of the new Curse of the Wolf and stuff. But if they had a new core book, that would be good. Lucy's off to sleep. Night. See you tomorrow after work. I think Chaos. I think the Traitor Legion have buffed them up a lot, but they need a new core book. I have heard rumours though floating about on. I've seen a couple of people post about it in the Facebook pages, saying that apparently independent stockists have been told not to order any more codexes in. So that is interesting. Very interesting. I don't know what to make of that. Are they going to go Battletome, Data Slate route? It would kind of make sense. I think Age of Sigmar has done it quite well, but for anybody that's bought codexes and stuff, I feel a bit shit for. I know they stopped doing cards after the Gene Stealer Cult one. So it's interesting. It's interesting, and I don't know how they're going to go about it, to be honest. But yeah. The rules, I would say the second book for Fluff, I would say the first book. What was it with Cypher and Defective? I just don't get it. I don't know what happened in the Fluff for Gathering Storm. I know roughly what happened in 1, roughly what happened in 2. I've got no idea what happened in 3. I've got the book there on the bookcase, but I don't read Fluff. And it's not that I'm ignorant, it's just I can't give that much attention. I'm a very slow reader. So I really, really struggle with it. Two seconds. I just realised it's only 10:30. It's quite early. I'll probably be here after 12 as well if people are hanging about. Wolfwraith, Sharpie, how the hell are you doing, my friend? There we go. Right, gloves back on. I really need to screw my airbrush holder down. Haha! I've just read that, what you just said there, Big Red Devil. How did Gulliman get woke up? Because I thought he was injured. I really enjoy Fractured Bailtan's Scarbrand and Bailtan's Avatar slugging it out was awesome. I really, really should read it, but I can't. I'm such a slow reader. And the problem is, I'll read it and I won't absorb what's being said. And I'll have to read it again and again just to understand. You look like Popeye with that airbrush in your mouth. Cheers. At least it's working and playing tonight. It didn't want to play it for ages. So while it's working, I'm going to take full advantage and get as much done as I can. With a backup dude, check your messages. That was hard work. Not doing too bad at all. Just playing Oryx. Maka. What was our Dean Prince? Yep, Macca's just made a Demon Prince. It looks awesome. Made me almost buy the Forge World Avatar with a spear. Mikey, the Forge World Avatar is fantastic. I wish they would update the new one. The old one, rather. I've got the old one. I've only used them once. It's funny enough, I used it against Mark's Tau. Mark from Catrick War Games. And it was so fun. It just ran rampant along a Tau gun line and smashed everything in its wake. It was fun. I did use the Incarn, but not the full effect in the Apocalypse game. And I'm looking forward to cracking him out again. Hopefully quite soon. Let's have a look. The new suit of armor that Cole made for him, that with Yvrain helped bring him back. So Maka, no, I'm not, mate. I've painted 2 Goliaths, and I'm now doing a commission, which is demigriffs and horses. So, how did that actually bring Gulliman back to life then? Like, he wasn't dead. He was mortally injured, wasn't he? Julian Farham. Hello, mate. How are you doing? Also, lads, demigriffs are fantastically beautiful models. Like, I didn't even know they existed really, because I wasn't big into fantasy, and obviously with Age of Sigmar out, I kind of just know about the newer stuff. But these are some beautiful models. Your brain has power over death, and the suit has a shed load of life support systems. Ace Face! Yo! Everybody, welcome Ace. Ace, the Northwest Open has already been mentioned. Me and Maka are still in a hotel room, and I'm playing you on Friday night. So definitely happening, mate. And look where I've got Ace. Demigriffs and an airbrush that works. Also, you'll be proud. Airbrush Goliath. Anyone know any good alt models for Furies? I think Ace has got some. If I'm right, Ace actually took a hell of a load of them against Lawrence. So Maka, if you ask Ace, he should be able to tell you. Basically, when they shut the stasis field off, he died. They stuck him in the suit, and the suit jump started him back to life. Then he kicked ass. So that's why the fluff is he's got the 4+ reanimation thing when he dies. Well, isn't Cole such a badass then? Jacob Ace versus the Dark Artisan will happen in August. I think it's going to be too hard to try and pull off before then, as we're going to be in different places. But we both said the other night that it needs to happen. There you go, Maka. Kings of War Gargoyles. I was going to get an Admec Amicus of Belisarius call. He's a boss. He's an absolute boss. Like, Phil used him, and I charged Gene Steeler cut at him and did nothing, which was very surprising. I genuinely thought I could take him. As it turns out, I couldn't. So unless you hit him with a Dread Knight, you ain't going to take him out. Just so I can use him without the Triumvirate. I think the quickest and easiest way to get into that is by 3 boxes or 2 boxes of Destroyers or Breaches, get you 2 troops, or 3, and you can run the, I want to say, Holy Requisitioner, which is fantastic. Got a decent list for the 1K game of AOS this time. My Orcs should put up a fight this time. 1,000 points. You've got it, Sharpie. You've got it, mate. Have you played more Gene Steeler Cup, Harry? Macron, I've actually got a battle report coming up with them. I played against them using Harlequins, and let's just say it was insanely brutal, like ridiculously so, to the point that after turn 1, me and Phil basically said to each other, should we start the game again? It was that brutal. and we didn't. We continued with it, and I think it worked out for the better. That's probably going to go up in about 3 weeks' time. I need to catch up with the stuff that's old. And I'm actually playing more GTA tomorrow, Maka. I have to take some NID allies though, as unfortunately I don't have enough points to pay pure cult yet, beyond 1500. Hence the Goliaths, of course. So there will be another one in the coming weeks. How's the World Eaters Army coming on? Yes, I know I sat with you the other night when you were doing some of the Land Raider, and the techniques that you said about doing the treads and stuff. I actually went and got myself some Typhus Corrosion and Riser Rust. I actually went and got myself some, so I'm probably going to play around with that when I next get to a tank. Hidden Red Butchers as we speak. Nice. I can't afford it, and I don't see the point in starting another army. But if I was to do 30k Legion, I would so do Raven Guard. Raven Guard is awesome. When we were at Warhammer World last week as well, Lucy saw Korax, and she was just like, "Who is that? He looks so cool." So, Maka, what's the crack then? Are we sharing it? I was going to book a hotel if you managed to get a ticket for Northwest Open. Bunch of emos. Yep. Do it, Raven Guard. I would do it, Mikey, but it's so expensive, and it's coming out, and I need to save. And Gibraltar, I need to go to Gibraltar. Gibraltar has to happen. Is the Emperor's talent set worth it? Absolutely. A Rhino and a Land Raider alone comes to 65. Then you've got the Sisters of Silence. You've got the Custodes. So that's another 55. And then you've got the Codexes. Mappa, that's great, mate. Julian, go and check out Ian from Imperium Gaming. They gave him a set early because Warhammer TV ended up being busy when he was supposed to. When he was supposed to go on Warhammer TV last week. So they actually gave him a set early and said, look, you can do an unboxing and a review and stuff. So go and check that out if you want to see the codexes and stuff. Anyone know when 8th is going to drop? Well, I'm friends with a manager of GW from Austria, and apparently there's the first 2 weeks of April, which I'm guessing is going to be the new Caradryan or whatever they're called, the new dwarf stuff. The first 2 weeks of May and then 3 weeks of June, they're not allowed to take holidays. So everyone's aiming towards June. I don't know what's dropping in May. But yeah, it's going to be June. So I'm buying no more 40k until then. I'm saving up. I don't know which army or force I'm going to end up taking if I get to go to no retreat, which would be amazing if I do. Let's have a look. Sisters will be all over the tournament if the new rules are tight as they kick cyclic Death Stars and Demons. Yes, they do. The Rhino has a 12-inch bubble. It has Aegis of the Emperor, which is a 5-up in run, and I believe it's venerable as well. The Land Raider is 275 points, I think. That has Aegis, so it's got 5-up in run, and it's venerable, and it ignores 1 to 4 on the makeup pen chart. So yes, you're going to see a lot of them. A lot. Something bigger. I really need a small bottle of screen wash. I'm going to go in the pound shop tomorrow and pick up one, actually. Oh, I've just realised I've cleaned that out and I totally didn't need to. I need some of that light red, or light brown. New brew for Corn Demons in OS. Now let's hope we get that. Do you know what, Sharpie? I really hope to do. It's nice to see. I don't think we're going to get loads. There's going to be a few new battalions in there. There's going to be some artifacts and stuff like that, which is great. But there's no new models. And yes, I do hope Nurgle will get the same. Riptide Wings and Sisters of Science. Maka, don't talk about that like that. That's horrible. And you're going to give Ace ideas. I don't like that colour. Let's make it a tad darker. Said, how did airbrushing the crew go, Steve? I've done no more of them, but I've airbrushed 100 blood letters. I've done some Goliaths, and now I'm on doing some horsemen and some demigriffs. So not bad, not bad. I'm getting used to it. Sisters with no fields will really hurt the warp wielders. Yes, it will. I can just see like 2 squads of them and 2 rhinos. Any plans to be in Warhammer World in June? I don't think so. Where did you pick up your airbrush set, Harry? eBay, mate. I'll get Darren to send us the link. And this brown's turning out horrible. No, I don't think I'm going to be Warhammer World in June, unfortunately. I've got a lot of stuff upcoming. There'll be one time I'll be down, and it's if I can make it onto Warhammer TV. Beyond that, unfortunately, I'm not really going to have time over the summer. I've got a lot of other stuff. I've got the Northwest Open I want to go to. I need to save me money to hopefully go to Gibraltar. But we shall see what happens with that. I need a passport as well. What regular brushes do you use and recommend? Mikey, you tell me, because you're the better painter than me. I use Games Workshop ones and some Army Paint ones, and to be honest, they're horrible. They split after a couple of days. So if you can recommend any decent ones, I would really appreciate that. Northwest Open should be a great weekend. Yeah, can't wait for it, Macca. It's going to be awesome. Mainly because me and Ace are going to be there, but you know. When's the Lava TTV batter up, Harry? I have no idea. I'm not even booked to go on, Jim, so I can't tell you. It is something that I'm trying to sort out, though, don't worry. I have been in touch with them. They are aware of me, as they are aware of Ace. I've just moved from cans to airbrush for undercoating, getting a smoother finish, busy doing a Cadre Fireblade. Yes! Which one's a Cadre Fireblade? Macca, help. If it's the core choice, then that's what I've got ready to go. But mine's mainly like foots long guys, not suits. Because all my suits are at the commission painters, which should look freaking epic when they come back. And I'm still loaded with cold, which sucks. I had a chest infection, sinusitis, like 3 weeks ago. I'm using GW brushes too and have the same issues. They do seem better lately, but I go through them at a stupid pace. Yeah, I'm the same, Mikey. I get so fed up with going buying them all the time. Airbrush just setting up a base colour is so handy in England because cans outside is a no-go. Yeah, totally agree, mate. I spray it out, like I literally put all my models on a board and hang out my back doorstep to spray during the winter, and you never get a nice coat. Phil, hello Phil, how the hell are you? How was Ireland? Lots of Guinness, I hope. The Misty Mountains cold. I should imagine it is. Windsor Newton brushes are where it's at. Yeah, yes, I've heard Series 7 are the best, but I don't know where to pick them up. And they're expensive, about 9 or 10 quid a brush, I think. I know James, Darren, and Ian, the lads in my painting chat that I'm in, they swear by them. To Dungeons Deep. How are the dwarves in Ireland, or is it filled with elves? I got some brush soap, seems to be a star buy for my brushes. Where do you get the brush soap from, mate? Because I think I need to invest in some. Like Lucy goes through brushes at a rate beyond the speed of light. Yeah, same, Mikey. But apparently the quality is actually there, so they're quite well protected. Right, so now we are moving on to the lightest white, the last of the lightest brown rather, for the next 5 horses and 1 demigriff. eBay bud. Cool. I think I need to get some. I also need to order myself a brush cleaning station, because at the minute I'm using a cup and covering it with my hand, which is not great. Dwarfs becoming. Bill, are you buying all the new carrot there? Then. Also, Phil, you've bought Zinch and Nurgle. When are they ready? How does the white look with an airbrush, Harry? Do you use GW paints with the airbrush? No, I'm using Vallejo Game Air, not GW. And the white doesn't look too bad, actually. Give us 2 minutes. Bear in mind, this is after a gloss coat before I apply the wash. So underneath is very grey, to a light grey on the side, to a bright white on top, and then obviously a Draconov Nightshade wash, and then of course a top-down blast with the white. Did you get my order, by the way? What? What order? From Battle Bunker, I haven't been yet. Phil, I'm going tomorrow. Cheers, man. Obviously, I need to spend time on it and do it, but at the minute, Bloodletters kind of took priority. I kind of went nuts and bought a shit ton while I was online. I managed to pick up 20 Bloodletters, Belcore, and Skulltaker, Skullmaster, the guy with the Cloak of Skulls. I got them for 30 quid, which was an absolute bargain. I got a few other bits and pieces as well, which I was quite pleased with in the end. So, yeah, bargain. Phil, when is Zinch coming? Just cleaning the airbrush now to go for the lighter colour. Belcourt is boss. He's tiny. He's absolutely tiny. Like, Jinxie the Patriarch is bigger. And what's the 2 weeks for, Phil? How long it'll take you to paint your Zinch? Phil has a lot of change, and a Godkin, and a Bloodthirster. All built and sprayed. No. I'm talking battle report ready, mate. I'm a heretic. Yes, you are. And for those of you who like Slanesh, I have a Slanesh themed battle report coming up. Khorne versus Slanesh. Age of Sigmar battle report, which will be up hopefully Monday, provided I get the time to sit and edit it over the weekend, which hopefully I should. Right, next up we've got, do I go for the Bone White? Grey. Oh, let's go for the Wolf Grey again. I feel like the Wolf Grey is needed for whitish models. It's meant to be about a human ascendant, not a Chaos Space one. But I don't know any of the fluff, Jacob, so I honestly didn't know that. A little bit of things in there. Then of course mix it up. Consistency of skimmed milk is what the lads always tell me. There we go. Right, get these bad boys back out the way. Belcour's like a 12-year-old model too. Yeah, there's so many old models I wish they would update rather. Don't get me wrong, it's brilliant that they're bringing new stuff out, right? It really is, and I totally haven't sprayed that one. But I wish they would replace some of the old models. Dante, for example, that Dante model I had when I was 14. I'm 31 now. What colour scheme are you doing the towel? I'm going 2 seconds. I've actually got the commander up there right here, which doesn't slip. If that slips, I'm going to die. If you can see that there. White and blue with grey. Mass Effect will slow you down. Phil, I need Mass Effect. But Warhammer, unfortunately. Basically. Right, let's swap these back. Dark Horses. That's a dark one, yeah it is. Dark Horses. What's it dark? I mean, I used the dark brown on them. Then I've got the lighter horses. Got it this rate, I think I'll have these painted in a week. Cheers, Mikey. Hopefully it'll pull off. Darren's painting a lot of the tower for us. He's painting 3 Riptides, 4 Broadsides, 9 Suits with a Commander, and 12 Pathfinders. So hopefully it'll look quite nice when Darren's done with it. Look, I heard you can romance your twin caster style in the game. Mine's in the white, red, and black. Lannister style. Ah, Darren will do a great job, no doubt. Yeah, man, I can't wait. Harry, the Warhammer World huge game was epic. I watched it at the weekend. It looked like a problem. Oh, mate, it was brutal. I wish we had more time. But the staff were coming around at the end of the day and like, oh, you need to pack up, hurry up, hurry up. And I really reckon we could have smashed out a 4th turn. Believe it or not, it took us nearly 2 hours just to deploy and film like the army overviews and stuff. So it was a shame we didn't get to do more, like, but it was still fantastic. And Mikey, yeah, Darren's going to do an amazing job. Like, even a half-assed job for Darren is phenomenal. Darren from Mark 6 Minis, that is. Please go and check out his Facebook page. I've shared quite a bit of his work, and he does some phenomenal work. I'm not surprised both sides had a lot to play with. You know what? Even despite having 2,000 points of Titans, we stopped for dinner as well. I mean, me and Winters played 5,000 points with 3 nights apiece. So essentially, it was about 3,500 points. Me and Winters played if you discount the nights, and that took us all day to play. We didn't stop. Me and Winters just played straight through, apart from the fire alarm, which was frustrating, but never mind. Would be fun to watch how you play Dark Souls or Resident Evil. You know what? I played the original Resident Evil on PlayStation before you were born, Phil. And believe it or not, I don't like survival horrors. However, I did play Dino Crisis. Ace, maybe Mikey, and Maka should remember that. Dino Crisis was brilliant. I loved it. They were about making a new one, I think, actually. Resi 1 was great. It was so bad though. It was so cartoony and gimmicky. The controls were awful, and that's what made it hard. Even then though, it was still really jumpy. Like, I remember going around the corner from the stairs, and you're going towards the door at the back of the hall, and a hound jumps through the window, and it's like you need to try and kill the hound, and it's so hard to aim your gun. It's unbelievable. Dino Crisis is my guilty pleasure. So good. Dino Crisis is amazing. That T-Rex through the window. Yeah, man. It's been so long since I've played that, but I vaguely remember it. Ghost in the Shell at the end of the month. Yeah, Phil, I'm really looking forward to it. I really need to see the cartoon again, but I can't seem to find it anywhere. I don't really just want to go and pay for it on DVD. If anyone knows where I can watch stuff online that's totally legal, then drop me a message, please. I really need to watch it. Apparently it was on Netflix, but it's not. Oh, we've got Demons versus Deathwatch when you get them painted, Harry. Yeah, man. I just need to actually get me Deathwatch done. Link shoot the Ghost in the Shell. Ah, cheers, man. If you also happen to be able to link me to Series 3 of The Flash, please do. Oh, right. Did I use that colour? Oh, grey. Or did I use Stonewall grey? Can anyone remember what colour I used on the Goliath? Yeah, it was definitely Stonewall I used. So, what's Sharpie doing? What is Philip doing? We need to hang out soon. Come on, guys, we're getting bored. Painting up my Iron Jaws, brightest ever army I've done. Yeah, man, they are super bright, but they look awesome. I've been there, following them on Instagram. Anyway, see you later, Macca. Thanks for hanging out, man. I have a giant cabbage, but he's too many points for 1k. Not really worth it, needs to be at least 2k. So, you paint up your 1,000 point list, right? Paint up him, and then paint up a couple more just to get to 2,000. Still trying to get this white left. Or wolf grey, rather. This wolf grey is awesome because it's nearly white, but it's not. Which means when I do an edge highlight with a brush on all of this, do I have any plans of getting a clear 139 supremacy alpha pockets? No. I don't have any Titans and I've got no plans. Titans is great, but I know enough people that have got one or I can get access to one that I don't need one. I would rather keep the smaller armies, more models, bigger variety of stuff, so that I can switch things up on the channel basically. Titans are cool, but I don't think it's quite for me. Like, I've pretty much got untap access to a Revenant if I need it. I know a couple of lads with Warhounds and stuff. I know someone with Warlord, which I actually used as a piece of scenery in one of the games once. And I've just remembered I need to fix my car key because it's been broken for a while. The buttons kept dropping out. So I ordered a new housing for it, which came today. And I went to go and put the workings in it. And I can't seem to get it back together properly because the flip bit has a spring. And you've got to load it a certain way, and I didn't pay enough attention to when I took it out to be able to put it back together properly. So I need to kind of YouTube that. I think YouTube will come in handy for that though once I finish painting for the night. There we go, Goliath. So it just needs a white edge highlight on all the edges. I'm quite happy with that actually. Really nice, I like it. It's actually quite emphasised on the lens for some reason as well. So yeah, I like that. I've got nothing white to spray now, or light grey. We've got a little bit of paint left. Still got 11 viewers. Who's watching? We've got Done, Will, Macca, Aceface. Cheers, Ace man. It's the first time believe it or not, that's the first time I've airbrushed a vehicle, and to be honest, I'm quite happy with it. I think when I do the edge highlight with the brush, just to really pick them out, it's going to look boss. I'm just pleased I've got loads of work done on these demi-drifts and horses, because there's a lot of brush work to do on them next. But it's all like dark metal with Drakenhof Nightshade wash, so it should be pretty easy to get them done, I think. Yep, because it's be the airbrush club. Oh, I think it could be. Yep, looks like it is. After all that time. There we go. It's more tissue. Let's have a look. Couple of questions. Thoughts on replacing the Dominus in a walk-on with Call, especially as you get the new relics? Oh, hi, Gareth. I don't know. I can't remember what the relics were. I haven't got the book to hand, unfortunately, so I couldn't answer. I think replacing the Dominus with Call is an absolute anyway. For an extra 100 points, the stuff that you get on Call is nigh unkillable. You want Canticles of the Archmakers on top of that. To be honest, I would always take Call every time. Quick question. Can't decide what unit to run the Berserk with. Do I go Incubite in a Raider with Wraith Blades, or Wraith Blades with an Archon rocking a Webway Portal? Problem with the Webway Portal, Mikey, is that you sat there until turn 3 at the earliest before you can charge. Whilst I love the idea of it, I wouldn't use the Webway Portal for that. I would absolutely say a Raider. Maybe it's not Raider, maybe stick a Clear Vex, 2 or 3 Incubi, and the Berserk in a Venom. You know, a Raider if you want. Raiders are cheap and cheerful. Turbo boost them straight in the enemy's deployment zone. I can't remember if it's Fearless, but what you could do is if the Raider blows up, you can place the Incarn, which I think grants Fearless, in a bubble. Place him where the Raider's destroyed, put your models out, and as long as you don't get pinned, which you shouldn't because you're Fearless, then you can charge and make a mess of something. You need to pick your targets because none of them have got assault grenades. Only problem you've got with that is if someone challenges. Yes, the Berserk is a beast. If you've got the Clavets in there, the Clavets can step up and accept. Or stick Clavet, 2 Incubi, an Archon, and the Berserk. It's expensive, but then a Berserk with a Husk Blade and a Shadow Field means that he can at least tank. So if he's tanking, if he takes the challenge, your Berserk can slaughter the rest of the unit. And the Incubi alone should do pretty good work as well. That's probably how I'd do it. I need to paint my Berserk. I really enjoyed painting your brain. Actually, I painted your brain. I was quite fortunate. I got mine on Friday. And obviously filmed the battle report and uploaded it. And I pulled in all night to get the battle report with the vein, and she did nothing. She did not a thing. So I feel like I need to play with her a bit more, but you know, keeping stuff for the channel, I need to try and vary things, and I don't want to absolutely hammer Inari, which I know a lot of people want to see, which there will be another battle report coming up that I'm going to try out. Some other stuff in there as well. See what we can do. But yeah, that's something I'm looking forward to doing. I'm running the triumvirate so long as all 3 are on the table, everything is fearless. Wish he had an invulnerable save. Archon Shadow Field for challenges. Yes, because then he's got 2 up in one. Give him a Husk Blade, which is a power sword instant death. So unless they've got 2 up armor save, you've got a good chance of taking them out. Because he's got 2 up invulnerable, you're always going to have that. And it's worth noting that the Shadow Field is until the end of the phase. So if you take a wound in combat, you still get your 2 up invulnerable for the rest of that combat phase. Don't just lose it instantly. She was useless in that game because Tom played very well, I thought. And obviously open top transport's not going in my favour, but oh well. Yeah, it wasn't a great game. It was the first time I'd used it. I hadn't really had a chance to look at the rules and stuff. But yeah, she'll come back out. Me and Khan is done, but I do need to do my Berserk. Definitely need to do my Berserk. But I need to do Cult. I'm working on Corn Demons. There's too much to do. I need to get to that point where I don't need to sit and worry about painting. I can not paint for once and then enjoy other stuff as well. So I'm now doing Bone White, which is going to be the highlight for... Oh, no, why? No! Don't do this to me, damn it. Don't clog now. There we go. No more cloggage. Woohoo! Which force is your favourite to paint, both Fantasy and 40k? Well, Fantasy I've only got my Corn. 40k favourite to paint. I enjoy painting the Dark Eldar. I haven't done any for a long time. Very, very detailed. I enjoy painting them a lot. Blood Angels I used to love, but the amount I've painted, I can't remember the last time I painted Blood. I think the last Blood Angel I painted was a unit of 5 Devastating Marines with bolt guns in October to take down for that Winter's game. Prior to that was Tiberius the Red back in June. It's been about 9 months really. Since I really painted any blood angels. Oh man, that's not good. It's not what I want. Why is it doing that? Right. Oh, too much. Why are you doing this? Is it good? That's why the needle's not far enough forward. And then it spiders, that's not good either. There we go. Oh, it's 11:30. Wow. Didn't realise it was that late. I'm definitely enjoying the airbrush, that's for sure. It helps a lot with a lot of things. It's not a godsend. But it does help with a lot of stuff, definitely. I mean, blending these horses, for example, I don't like painting horse skin. It's very awkward for me, for some reason. I must have highlighted there. Thought I had. No, I definitely have. And by the time I had a few inks to the flesh of the horses, rather, it looked quite nice. Let's try to totally forgot to do that one. I've totally forgot to do all the tails on all of the demi-griffs. Never mind. Scary, hello! How on earth are you? We'll have to go back in by hand and paint those, I think. Oh, if I didn't have to mask off all of those legs, I probably would have sprayed glare on the screen from the. It's not the window, mate. It's my light, which I kind of need to see. It's really awkward to get a good position because all my painting gear is here in front of us. Do I do the white as the final coat though for those couple of horses and that demi-griff? That is the question though. It's late, it's 20 to 12. I don't know whether to do it. Love the sit and chats. Thank you very much, my friend. I've been here since just after 9, so I've been here about 2.5 hours nearly. I've got loads painted actually. I've got bloodletters done. I've gotten Goliaths. I'll show you Scary actually. First time airbrushing the vehicle, and it looks quite extreme on the lens for some reason. But yeah, I quite enjoyed doing it. I've done 2 of them. And then I've been doing demi-griffs as a commission, so quite happy with those. And I've got 15 nights to paint up. So again, I've done kind of 3 shades. I've done 2 really dark demi-griffs. That's actually dark brown that you can't really see. And tan colour that you saw, and then I've done like a whitey coloured. And I've done 15 horses as well. Can't stay long, just want to say hi and love the continued content. Mate, if there was a way we could continuously interact with each other and we had the time to do so, I would absolutely love to do that. You know yourself, obviously, running your channel. It's impossible to keep up with everyone, so thank you very much for calling in. It's so hard to watch everything that everybody puts up. But as I said, I'm in a group chat with Scary and a couple of other YouTubers, and we all inspire each other in different ways. We all support each other. We all want the same thing, and it's great to be part of a big team like that. Obviously under the War Games sponsor banner. It's just so hard to keep up with everything. You know, normal life gets in the way as it is. I'm at college and, of course, studying. Obviously, you still want to go out with your partner, your wife, your significant other. But then finding the time to paint, and then, of course, game. Anyone who runs a channel will know how difficult that is. But it's so rewarding. Like sat talking with all you tonight it's been brilliant. I'd have been sat on my Todd doing nothing. And for those non-northeasterners, Todd means on my billy up by myself. And now you can all mock my accent. But I can't be bothered to do the white through the airbrush now. I think I've had it. I might do a quick bit of dry brushing, maybe. But my hands are sweaty mess. I still need a shower. And I need to watch Daredevil. Iron Fist just come on to Netflix. Can't mock what they won't understand. Yeah, I got a bit down on Friday because of people mocking us. And Scary, you've seen the messages. I think Will might have showed you as well. It's hard when you're so passionate about something when somebody attacks it, and you want to tell them exactly where to go, but you can't. You have to be the bigger man and rise above it. I don't even know where I was going with this. I'm pretty damn tired though, and I need to clean this airbrush, which I hate doing, but I can't really grumble too much. It hasn't let me down tonight. It's been great to have you guys here chatting on, not not doing anything in particular, just being there. It's great that I mean that much to you, that you're actually going to come and spend your night with us. So thank you. But in the meantime, I'm going to get this stripped down. We're going to turn that off now as well. Yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow's game, which I need to still pack a few things for actually. I'm looking forward to getting this commission done actually. I've only picked it up tonight. I've done loads of it already. I'm looking forward to more jeans, more corn. But for now, I think I'm going to go have a shower. Good to hear a lot. Steve, have I spoke to you before? I'm sure I have. What was I saying? Daredevil, that's where I was going. Iron Fist's out on Netflix now, and I haven't watched Luke Cage, and I know I need to watch Series 2 of Daredevil, then Luke Cage, then that. And I heard Luke Cage isn't great, but I really want to watch it, so I need to finish watching Daredevil, and then, of course, move on to that. So I'm going to empty my compressor. Or not. There we go. So I'll stay with you a few more minutes just while I clean and reorganize. I need to put these demi grips back on the magnetic trays and the horses as well. Yeah, I'm on Facebook in the north. Ah, right, that's where I recognise your name from, mate. Glad to tune in. Sorry, you know, I don't think you were there at the start, but thank you very much for at least tuning in for what you have done of it. It's always great to have local support. Steve, I don't know if you're aware, but Battle Bunker down in Sunderland is running a club tournament, which should be quite interesting. I'm horse racing. No, I'm not. It's there. And he's allowing me to enter a Dark Artisan team. Noble Kensman, hello. Unfortunately, you've just caught the end of the show. I am pretty much going to be heading to bed because it's 11:45 and I still need a shower. And I'm staying at Lucy's tomorrow, so I need to pack everything for that. And then I'm at college Wednesday, so I need to pack everything that I need for Wednesday as well. And I'm hungry. I haven't had tea. So yeah, I'm going to go shower and then binge watch Daredevil in bed. No worries. You can go back to YouTube. It should be about 10-15 minutes. Noble Kensman. You can go back and you can catch the whole show. There's been a lot talked about actually, so give it 10 or 15 minutes, and then, like I said, go back and check, and you should be able to see a lot. You can actually see how tired I am now on the camera as well. So, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate you being here, keeping us company, because it's crap living alone. And I appreciate, obviously, the hobby talk and things. So, thank you very much. Thanks for supporting the channel. If anyone wants a game, obviously drop me a message. I'll try and sort a game out with you. But thank you all very much for being here this evening, and we'll catch you later. Ta-ta for now.